Hello. Form 941 Employers Quarterly Federal Tax Return Part 1 Line 1 through 5. So line 1, number of employees who receive wages, tips, and other compensation for the period. So you have to, if we go up, we are filing quarter 1. So you have to total all the wages, tips, and other compensation that you pay your employees during that quarter that you are reporting, and you will put it on line 1. And wages, so let's use an example here. And this spreadsheet has multiple quarters, quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are on the first quarter here, and I just want to show you, you will be able to download it as well. It will be so it's just an example here, but if you wanted to use the spreadsheet as a style, you'll be able to download it, and I will have it on our website ninasoap.com, where you'll be able to find it as well. So here you can see that we have just an example here, and this spreadsheet, the gray area has formula, so you don't change that. You only change, you'll put your employee's name, hours, and hourly wages if you want, and that will calculate it for you. So if we change this to 10 hours, that will calculate it. And if you have tips, you'll add it here. Or if you don't pay per hour, for instance, and let's say, for this period we pay $200 to that specific person, so that's $200 wages there. And if that's all, and pretty much is all the way down, and you have the total row here. So if we move, this section here has employee side of taxes. So we have employee federal tax, income tax. If you look on publication 15T, you locate the table where you can calculate the employee federal tax to withhold on $200 income for that quarter. And I can just here, I'm not going to withhold anything on this one, but then here we have employee social security, which is 6.2% out of the employee salary, so that's 12.40. Medicare 1.45%, that's $290 out of that $200, and I can just double click on that so that you can see the formula. And when we move, we continue, we have employee total tax withheld, that's the sum. So this one, the total section, is just pretty much going to total the whole column for you, and this one is going to total all the taxes that you withheld from your employee side of from your employee's salary. So that's 15.30. Now we are going to look at the green section here, the green columns, which is employers tax. So we have social security 6.2, which is 12.40 out of that 20, and we have Medicaid. Medicaid is not calculating here. So let's see. So we have 290 there, and that total to 15.30. So that's what we will, when we pay 200 to the employee and we've held 15.30, we are going to pay 15.30 for Medicaid and Social Security. We are not going to pay anything to match the federal income tax that will come in full out of the employee's wages. We just match Social Security and Medicaid. So the total tax that we employer, we are required to give back to IRS is $30 CC, which is the sum of what we took out of the employee's salary and what we match. So now let's go back to our form. Excuse me. So let me look again here. So we have 230 cc. So here, assuming we only have, that's all we pay for the quarter, we are going to put 200 here. So but that will be for all the employees that you'll put here, not just by employee. It will just going to be the total. So if we go back to the spreadsheet, basically we'll be copying from the row that is in blue, the total section. So everything will total to that area. So 200 from here, total wages will go on line 1. So when we move down, line 2 wages, let's say the number of employees who receive wages. So in this section, excuse me, number of employees. So we have 1 employee. So number of employees who receive wages, tips, or other compensation. So that's that. Wages, tip, and other compensation. So that will be 200. So, and federal income tax withheld from wages, tips, and other compensation. So let's go back there again. And federal tax withheld, that will be 15 point here. Is it federal tax withheld, they ask? So that will be 0. We didn't withhold anything. So we will go back here, and so that will be 0. So we just leave a blank for line 3. So line 4, if no wages, tips, or other compensation are subject to Social Security or Medicaid tax, you click here and then you go on line 6. So line 5, taxable Social Security wages. So taxable Social Security wages, we have that 200 times 0.112 for, that is pretty much the total of 6.2 from employee side and employer side. So that will be 12.40 and 12.40. So if you want to total both, that will be 24.80. So 24.80. So we can just use a calculator as well. Let's see if I can pull one here. It will be able to calculate it for you as well. So 200 times 0.124 to 24.80. So let's move it on the side. Taxable Social Security tips, we don't have any, so we just leave it blank. Taxable Medicare wages and tips, we have 200, we put it here, times 0.029, which is half, which is both 145 and 145. Sorry about that. So 145 and 145 is 290. Let's go back and check what they are asking. Yes, so we can just total our 290 here, and 290, that's 580. Or we can use our calculators here as well. 200 times 0.029. Let's move it a little bit closer for you to see it and try it again. 200 times 0.029, 580. So we are going to put it here, 580. Taxable wages and tips subject to additional Medicare tax withholding. So we are not going to do anything here. So if you pay, there is some additional Medicare tax that you will hold when the salary is high, and as a small business, you may not even have to calculate that. So there is that 9% or 0.9% additional Medicare tax to be calculated. And if you want to read more on it, you could download IRS instructions for Form 941 to read on that. And I think publication 15 might have some information as well. So line 5E, add column 2 from line 5A, 5B, 5C, and D. So let's see those 5s here. So 5A, add column 2, that's this column here. So all the taxes that we calculated here, we need to add them together, and you notice that that's employee and employer's total tax that we calculated here, not just employee side. So the percentage here is the full percent. So we have it here, you total them all here, and that will go on this session. The spreadsheet will be able to help us with that, and I believe is 30 cc, but you can still use your calculator here, 24.80, 30 cc. So we will put 30 cc here. Let's click on that. And let me scroll it up a little bit for you. And 5F, tax, so 5 tax due on unreported tips. So if you want to learn more about that, is on IRS instructions as well for Form 941. But yes, if there is tax due on unreported tips, you'll be able to put it there. And so pretty much that's that. So since we don't have anything for 5F, our total taxes here is $30.60. Thank you for watching. I'm Afiavi Ojune Liberman, creators of Liberman Consulting LLC YouTube channel, and our website is Nina. So that's how you file Form 941 Part 1 from line 1 to line 5. Thank you.